I'm out here with Ian Kelly right after the listening event for Soul Full of It. Kels, congratulations.
Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss. I appreciate you pulling up. You and the gang, man.
We had to. We finally got you on here.
Yeah.
Been talking about it for
It's been a minute.
for years.
Some years
dog.
in the making. Yeah.
But now we had a good excuse.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, well, like I said, it's late. It's getting to be 10 o'clock. We don't want to be out here too late. But let's go through the album real quick.
Okay.
What was the goal? What were you trying to accomplish with it?
To be honest, to show a full, complete version of myself.
Okay.
You know, I want to make sure that everybody could feel my song-making ability on this project. And that was a real key for me when I made this one.
Nice. And I mean, how do you feel about the album now that it's actually out and that you got some people listening to it, some immediate feedback?
To be honest, it feels great, bro. I think what I always kind of felt and knew, I just didn't feel confident enough to say it. Now I'm like, let me be confident enough to say it from now on. Seeing everybody's reaction, it was a good feeling.
No, it was great seeing everyone in the room just kind of vibing out at the same time, everyone feeling basically the same thing.
Yeah, bro, that was wild. No lie, I haven't thrown a listening party probably since 2016. Yeah, you feel me? So this is my first listening party in a minute. So yeah.
That was for Champion, huh? Or was it for? No, it was. It
wasn't even. No, it was for Good Shit Volume 2.
Okay.
Was the last time I threw a listening party. Exactly.
Damn. Okay, so damn, long ass time for sure. Now, how was the process of the recording this album? Because I know we talked early in the year, saying, and you mentioned that you were doing this album with Drew.
Yeah.
But how did this process go about? Because clearly it's been at least a year in the making. But like, how did everything come about? How the verses get sent? How the production go?
To be honest, I could say a lot of this project it got made right next to Drew. He would kind of start a sound, start a feeling, and then from there I was like, oh, I can pick up off of this, and that's how everything kind of created. And then some songs were older, some songs were newer. The newer songs I did kind of record on my own, but it was more like, hey, brother, you got this type of feel, and he sent it my way, and it was like easy. Me and Drew got great chemistry, and I think that's the reason why this project was so easy to make. With him.
And I guess I always mention it, but it's always helpful when you have a rapper and producer kind of working together or in the same room. Like, the chemistry is just a little bit better there.
Right.
And clearly that shows here.
No, for surely. And to be honest, the fact that me and Drew have been working together for years as well, you know, just kind of on the tuck, I think that's what also kind of made it, you know, seamless, you know, real easy, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was actually going to be the next prompt anyway. I was working with Drew, but I mean, clearly it worked pretty well.
Drew was family. I originally met Drew from another friend by the name of Chose. He was a great artist himself. And once me and Drew connected, I was like, you do a little bit of everything. And from there, we just always had a great relationship.
No, that's dope. Now, when working on this album, I don't know how far into Mac Maze you guys were already, but how did this differ than working on the Mac Maze album, and how did anything from those recording sessions kind of come into this project in terms of how you approached it?
Man, it's wild when you think about the timing and everything. So this actually started formulating even before the Mac Maze situation. But what I can say, what I learned from Mac Maze was honestly just the unity and community. So when it came to pushing this project, with Mac Maze, we all have personality, and we all have a way to show it. So once I kind of was feeling that vibe, I'm like, you know what? For my own project, let me show personality in the rollouts. Let me show personality in how we're presenting everything. And I feel like that's how everything started meshing with.
That's for sure, because I noticed, at least on this project, it felt like you were more comfortable or more, I guess, willing to experiment and in terms of flows and voices.
Exactly.
Because, it gets so easy to just kind of do the same thing you always do.
Right.
But, just off the first track, the flow on that first track felt super sporadic, but there was a consistency to it, it was intentional. So I thought that was dope.
No, I appreciate you. Yeah, with this project, I loved every part of making it with Drew, because I was like, let me spread my wings a little bit. Let me show the different flows. Let me show actually the different cadences. And I could tell, bro, our voices are instruments. So that's how I'm hearing the beats. I'm like, all right, yeah, I could do 2/4, but like let me mess around with it. Yeah.
That's for sure. And also, I mean, as much as this is a you and Drew project, Amen's all over it.
Yep. Yep.
How did that come about? Like, did y'all know each other for a minute? Did you meet through Drew?
So we met through Drew, but we had known of each other. And the first time we met, Amen just had a warm spirit to him. So she was just like, "Hey, bro," and I'm like, "Hey, what's up, sis?" And then from there, we just started making music, and no lie, me and Drew would make something, and then we'd be like, "Amen, can you hop on this?" She was like, "All right, cool," and she would just come in effortlessly and do what we asked. And from there, I'm just like, yeah, like to keep it a bug, it's probably me, Drew, and Amen's project as much as she is on it.
Yeah.
And I thank her highly for lacing a lot of tracks.
It's cool because like you have like kind of going back to you kind of a little bit of experimentation. Like you have her adding like the vocals. You guys are harmonizing kind of like. Although you do have aspects of that on your previous projects, like it's way more in the forefront here.
No, for surely. No lie, what I really thought about when I was making some of these songs was Pac. Pac used to always have R&B singers on his tracks.
Yeah.
And sometimes you kind of know even people like, oh, but then it would bring every song out. And that was like my thought process with this one.
That comes out. Now, it just came out, but I'm sure you thought about it. Are tours or shows coming for it?
Shows for sure. We're working on some shows. Can't give you exact dates right now, but we have been talking to some venues. Honestly, even like a intimate set at Inner Desires would be, dope too. So we're working on all that right now.
That's dope. Now, I don't want to go through the entire project because we'll be here for hours.
We can do that part two. It's a part two.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go.
Full bar for bar breakdown on it.
Yeah, come on.
But you already mentioned what your favorite track is to us in the listening session, but would you like to repeat it and kind of explain why that is?
My favorite track on the project is Skyrise. For me, Skyrise just means a lot to me because the space I was in when I wrote it. A lot of the tracks all came from the heart, but I can specifically remember that day, we're going to get over the hill, we're going to turn that corner, and my mind was just like, they ain't tell you about that Skyrise, but we're about to get to it. So, yeah, that's my favorite song.
So, and you got a handful of features on here. Who's the one that you're most excited for?
Oh, come on, you can't do me like that, bro. I'm excited for everybody. See how you tried to get me? Nah, I'm excited for every single feature on it.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, of course. I will say I could tell a lot of people gravitated towards the Jane Hancock feature. You feel me? I definitely love, like I said, that song is one I like sing in the shower. And people love the Stunner Man feature. I think it's the whole vibe of that song and the track, and like we complement each other well. So yeah, but you already know Isaiah killed his features. Like every time we play those records, people always ask like, "Who's that?" Yeah. You feel me? So like, bro, from Isaiah to Amen to Jane to Stunner Man 02, everybody did that thing for real.
Yeah. It all came together really well.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, y'all heard it. So Full of It, out now. Or just go on Bandcamp, buy it, support the artists. Kels, anything else you want to mention to the people?
I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Bar for Bar has been here for a minute doing amazing work. We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.
It's all love, and go cop that. So Full of It, out now, everywhere.
Sweet.
My dog.
Appreciate it, dog.
No, thanks, bro. And for real, part two, let me know. I'll pull up. We go.
Most
try for try.
Shoot, I was thinking about like if we. Not yet. Here you go. I didn't even start recording on the sheet. All right, go for it. You're good. You're good. Yeah. All right.